Thank you for coming back to my channel for your stimulus check-in, stimulus package update. Please subscribe to my channel. Please leave your thumbs up and please leave your comments. Okay, let's get into this. Senator Joe Manchin wants to press the pause. Y'all, Senator Joe Manchin is a piece of work. I mean, how long has the pause button been on now? I mean, nothing is getting done. The only thing that's getting done is vacation time. When they come back from vacation, guess what? They're only going to be there for a few days and they're going back on vacation. But this $3.5 trillion package, the family care plan, the human infrastructure, whatever you want to call it this week, he wants to push the pause button on it. And the reason for this is he says he don't know what's going to happen now since the Delta variant is showing up. Also the stuff that's going on in Afghanistan. So he wants to press the pause button on kind of these two things. Well, while he presses the pause button, the American people are still suffering. The American people are still getting kicked out of their homes. The American people are still losing everything they've got. The American people are suffering. They can't pay their groceries. They can't pay their rent. They can't buy their medications. But he's fine with pressing the pause button even longer. We need all 50 senators in the House to get this passed. If only one of them says no, it don't get passed. It is crazy. It should be the majority rules thing. Y'all, please remember, while they're fighting, arguing back and forth, pressing their pause button, going on vacation, the American people are still suffering. And Joe Manchin says no, he wants to press the pause button. I wish we could press the pause button on Joe Manchin's paycheck until he does the job that he's been hired to do. Now I can bet you anything, and you mark my word, this is going to happen. Now that he said let's press the pause button, Kyrsten Sinema is going to do the same thing. She's going to follow his. Y'all, if we don't get all 50 of these senators that's in the House on board with this thing, we get nothing. We will not get the first infrastructure bill passed, which is fine with me. If they don't pass the human infrastructure, I don't want them to pass the first one. We will not get the human infrastructure bill passed. The human infrastructure, I call it the American Families Plan because that's what they first started calling it. So if he says let's push the pause button and he votes no, he don't vote, the American people will just be left out in the cold because a few lawmakers don't get their way. They act like a bunch of babies. If they don't get their way, they sit and pout. Y'all, please, I am begging you. In the midterm, remember this. It's time we clean house and get these scumbags out of office. And then in 2024, we need to clean house again and finish the job. Y'all, if we keep voting these same people in office, we only have ourselves to blame. I mean, you can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. We have to vote them out of office because they simply do not care. They've proved it time and time again. The American people are hurting. The American people are losing their homes. They're losing everything they've ever worked for. They're losing their health because they can't afford good food. I had a lady this morning in the comments, I won't call her name. She says she gets $19 in food stamps. And everybody wonders why everybody's health is failing, because $19 don't buy healthy food. Have you ever noticed the price of healthy food is 3 times as much as unhealthy food? And they think $19 worth of food stamps is going to get healthy food. Well, that's the reason the American people's health is failing, because they eat junk food, because they can't afford the good stuff. And $19, what is that going to get? Come on. And then they're going to raise the SNAP benefits. It's on my morning video. I think it's something like $36 or something like that a month average. What is that going to buy? They're giving us little crumbs that don't amount to nothing. We don't need crumbs, we need the whole slice of bread. These lawmakers don't care because they eat high on the hog every day. They don't know what it's like to be an average American citizen. They'll never know that. Because even if they're all voted out of office today and their career is completely shot, they've got enough to live on comfortable the rest of their lives. So we don't need to worry about them. We need to get them out of office. They're taken care of for the rest of their life. And we're not taken care of until tomorrow. There's people out here that don't know where their next meal is coming from. There's people out here that don't know, well, will I be evicted today? They dread getting up in the morning because they don't know what that day brings. And our lawmakers simply do not care. We have to show them in the midterms and in the 24 that we simply don't care about them and vote them all out of office. Joe Manchin has always been a thorn in the side of the American people. Along with Nancy Pelosi has always been a thorn. The mooch man McConnell has always been a thorn. I mean, we need to get these people out of office. Chuck Schumer needs to go. Joe Biden needs to go. Every one of them that's in office right now, I don't care who they are. Even if you think they're doing good, they need to go. What have they done to prevent this? They didn't fight hard enough to prevent this. Every time they have a vote for a bill, they end up folding. They end up going with the status quo. I mean, they talk a big game that they want stimulus checks for the American people, but then when it comes time to vote, they say, let's push the pause. Y'all, in the comments below, tell me, if there's one thing that you think we will get in this next bill, what would it be? Do you think Joe Manchin will hold out? Do you think he will press the pause? I love you all. Please say a special prayer for the people that's facing eviction, the lack of food on their dinner table. I love you all. Ciao.